the Alright, so welcome. My name is Albert Martins, and I want to believe you've been following through from the very first video to this very moment. And so so far I've been able to achieve a whole lot. This is why it's important for you to stop at this moment if you have not watched the first 4 videos and go back and watch them again, because in the previous videos I've been able to introduce to us what content writing is. I've been able to show to us several things, even making use of Mahano Academy as a case study where we looked and compared Ano Academy with other academies in Somalia. So it's important that you go back right away and check those other videos. It's important, okay? Don't assume you know it and then you skip through. There are secrets in between. There are some basic things in between those videos that you need to know. Okay, so go back there right now. And so right here I'm taking you the principles and processes of content writing. The principles and processes of content writing. Now, from the last video, remember I told us that we're already going deeper, and if you notice, we've been having several practicals in between. I've been showing you some things you need to know. I even started by writing, giving us how to plan an idea for your content writing. And so we are moving forward now to look at some principles that will guide you when you are writing. In the last video, we looked at the major differences between the web content and print content. And there again, I showed us several secrets, all right, differences that should guide you when you are going about writing your content, whichever type of writing you are going for. It might be the articles, it might be a website, it might be ebook, it might be press release, whatever writing it is you're going through. All of these principles will guide you to make you that professional content writer. That is the reason why you are here for the course, not just because you are gifted or you have the talent, no, but because there's a need for a professional touch to it. This is what will make you different from every other content writer out there, either freelance content writers or writers for themselves, whichever one it is. These principles will guide you through as you begin your journey in content writing. So, what are the principles of content writing? What exactly do we mean by principles of content writing? Now, I began by saying principles are like codes of conduct to guide you when you are writing. It's like when you are driving, for instance, okay? There's not just enough to sit down behind your steering wheel and then you start turning the steering. No. There are principles that guide driving. There are principles that guide cooking. There are principles that guide everything we do. So also with content writing. Every code of conduct. So this means it will guide you on how to write so that you don't break any law, because your content can be arrested. There's what we call copyright when it comes to content writing. That means if you copy another person's content and then you bring it and you claim that it is your own content without making reference to that, you can be arrested. Your content, either print or web, can be arrested as well, and that means it will never see the light of day. No one will ever see that content at all, and we don't want to do that, because it will amount that you've wasted your time. Your reviews and remarks would be low. Nobody will want to give you a job. No one will want to hire you as a content writer when they notice that you're beginning to break the codes of conduct. Okay, now principles are there to ensure that you write to meet up with standards. There are standards, and that's what the principles are for, to make sure that you write to meet up with the various standards that are available. Like I said to us in the previous videos, it is not just enough for you to carry your pen and then you start writing. It's not just enough to sit down in front of your laptop and then you start writing. No. There is a whole lot more involved in this, okay? So these principles will guide you. They will show you the things you need to do, the things you need to take note of, the things you need to observe, okay, as a content writer. Now, the essence of these principles, it is not to cage you or to limit you. No, that is not what those principles are there for. Those principles are there to make you adhere to the differences as a professional content writer from a non-professional content writer. It just makes you different. It just makes you different. So you need the principles. That is why you need to take note of everything I'm saying to you here till the very end of the video. Now, so what are these principles? Here we go. Let me show you. Principle number 1. Organized structure is essential for content writing. Now, when I was talking to you in the previous video about the difference between web content and print content, I said to you that the structure is different. The structure of print content is different from the structure of web content. Now bringing that into the principles here now, your structure needs to be organized. You don't just, oh, I have an idea, and then you just start writing. No. For instance, yesterday I had to write to start a book actually, and when I received the topic of what to write, what do? So I had to quickly start looking at, okay, to develop an outline. Now I'm going to show you quickly now how to develop an outline. Okay, that will guide and keep you focused on the purpose of writing. I will show you that quickly, but as we progress to the next module, all right, the next module, I'll be showing you clearly how, but I'll quickly show you this now, how to develop your outline when you are about to write. Let me quickly show you. All right, so I'll just quickly go to so I have here my Microsoft Word Office, which is what we use to type basically. Okay, you see that? All right, it's opened. So I will go to my browser now. So I'm going to check for, let's say we want to write about camel training. I need a structure. The structure will guide me. I need to, what do I write about? So one of the secrets I'm going to show you now, it is a secret, okay, I need to show you now, is this. You go to your search engine and then you type camel training, FAQ, that is frequently asked questions. What are people asking when it comes to training of camel? What are the questions people are asking? Okay, what do they want to know? All right, so now we want to look for what these questions are. We want to look for okay, there's nothing really here. Okay, all right, so let's open this. Baby and young camels training, and okay, so let's see what this is going to give to us. Okay, good. All right, so what was this person writing about? This will guide us. Okay, how much training does a baby camel need? Good. This is a question here, so I'll copy that. I will select, okay, using my mouse, and then I copy using Ctrl+C, or you right click on it like this, and then you click on copy. Then you come back to your Microsoft Word and then you paste here. Okay, good. Now I'm applying a structure already. So I leave this place. I've got what I need here. I go on again. I look for something that another person is asking about. How to train your camel. Okay, good. Now look at this here. What I was looking for. Are camels hard to train? These are questions. So are camels hard to train? I will go over here to Microsoft Word. These are questions people are asking. Are camels hard to train? How many people can you lift on a camel? Good. How do you train a camel to ride? These are some people are asking. Okay, can a 2-year-old ride a camel? So I will say good. Now look at this. Now by the time I start writing about this, I'm trying to plan a structure. If I can answer those questions, I will have an article perfectly written here right now. So this is how to start planning your article. You start asking questions. What are the questions that people are asking? Now it is those questions that will determine what you write about. Remember? Okay. Now so your outlines will rank the thoughts in an organized manner. See the way I just planned this. Okay. See the way I just wrote this down. It is planned, organized, one step after the other. So I know that I will not be including what I'm writing in the third point, in the first point. This helps you to plan your structure. These are the principles guiding. Have a structure. Before you start writing, make sure you have a structure. The structure will allow you to touch on all the significant discussion points. Before you start writing, make sure you have a structure. It is important. Now, so this works for a well-structured content. Now, formatting. You need to get the attention of your potential readers. Now, how do you do this? You format the layouts of your manuscript. It is important for you. Now, let me show you something, for instance. Now, so let's say, let me just copy this. Ctrl C. I use Ctrl C, then Ctrl V, I paste. Ctrl V, I paste. Ctrl V, I paste. Ctrl V, I paste. And then I continue typing on and on and on and on and on like that. Now, for me to be able to get the attention of my reader, I need to format this text accordingly. I won't just present them like this. Okay, I might decide to make this one bold. I might decide to increase the font size of this one. So I'll just go over, increase the font size. You see that? But all of this I'll be showing you more in other videos. Alright, you see, that will get the attention of my readers. You see, I'll just go ahead and increase the font size. So I don't just present anything anyhow. You need to be able to get the attention of your reader. You get that? Now, you need to add relevant images and charts. Alright, so right here now, let's say we'll go. I can decide to go back to my browser now. Alright, take note of these things, please. This is how to plan your. These are principles. So I'll just look for an image here. Let's see. What image should we pick here? Okay, so let me just pick this one here. So I'll just go ahead now and I'll copy the image, right? Then I'll come back here. Now Ctrl V. You get that? I can decide to move this around, move this somewhere else. I can decide to move this somewhere else. You get the point? I can decide that no, I want this to be here. I can actually do this. So you see, it's becoming more beautiful. I'm formatting this right now. Alright? Just because I want to get the attention of my readers. Just because I want to get the attention of my readers. Okay? The structure must be well planned. You get the point? Now, so then use search engine optimization functions. Alright? I'll be showing you all of these as well. And then your content must not be only entertaining, but must be more informative as well. These are principles that you must always take note of. Please don't neglect these principles for a bit. No, not even for once. Alright? All of this will be applying as we start writing, because in the next module we will go ahead and then we will start writing all that we need to write, all that we must write. We'll go ahead and then we'll start writing. Sorry, let me quickly attend to that, because it is important for us. Okay, so I'll just have that here. Excellent. All right, so it's important for you to take note of that, even as you write as a content writer. And then your information must be up to date. Yes, if you're giving us relevant information now, it has to be up to date. Take note of these principles, please. And then your grammar must be correct. I'll be giving us some tools to use. Now, you don't have to worry even if you don't understand English. You don't need to have to worry. And that's because there are tools that you can use to check your grammar, to know if you are making any errors. So you won't have to worry even if your English is not fluent, okay? I'll be giving us some tools as we progress, as we begin to write properly. And then your headline must be eye-catching. If you look at the headline of this particular video you're watching, it is eye-catching. It caught your attention because in the headline, all the informations you need are passed. You've seen them in that headline. So these are principles that you must not neglect, that you must take note of as a content writer. Okay, you must always consult enough academic references and proper use of citation. There's what we call plagiarism. Plagiarism is when your article is arrested because it already exists somewhere. If you copy another person's article from somewhere else and you make it your own, without making reference to it, that article will be arrested and your rank will be low. Your article will be arrested by Google or any of the internet search engines that are available, so that we don't begin to have the same article appearing in so many forms. So originality is important. You must be original, and in a case where you are copying another person's work, acknowledge the source used by the authors mentioned in whatever article you're writing. All right, make reference, this person said this in so article and so year or from so site. Make sure that you always do that, please make sure you always do that. Now make sure that your document is properly formatted, and then avoid plagiarism. Okay, avoid plagiarism for effective content writing. Now, what are the importance of basic English rules? You need to take note of this as well. If you are writing in English, whatever language you are writing in, I'm making use of English because we are recording this video in English. I'm taking this course in English language. Now, any language you are writing in, take note and make sure that the basic rules of that language, you take note of them in whatever you're writing. All right, so your basic English grammar rules, they have an important effect in your content writing. You don't not use vague sentences that do not convey the necessary meanings. Do not use them. All right, your punctuation mark is to where you need commas, make sure that there are commas there. Where you need your full stop, where you need your question mark, all of these are things that you must take note of as a content writer, a professional content writer. Where you need to include capitalization, like the first letter, the first word in every first letter. In the first letter of every first word of every new sentence must begin with capital letters. Okay, know all of these principles. You'll be seeing all of this in the next module. And then be brief. These videos as well, for this first module, you notice the maximum is 30 minutes or thereabout. All right, it has to be brief so that I don't lose my my audience. Okay, it is bad to waste your readers' time. Therefore, brevity is very clean, is important. Then after brevity, clarity. Go straight to the point. Don't start beating around the bush. No, go straight to the point. These are things you must take note of. All right, and then communicate. Communication is key. Make sure that you're passing an information across, and then you need to speak with passion and control. Speak with passion. Let the reader know that you have their interest at heart when you begin to write. Okay, and then as a content writer, you must always read. You must always read. Always read. Always read. Always read. This is how you become a better content writer. You must always read. Then revise your article. Whenever you've written, whatever you've written, always go through it again to make sure that it is error free. Alright, so that will be all for this video, this particular video. And so I'll see you in the 6th video for this particular module, and then we'll start writing afterwards. See you in the other class. Thank you.